So, this is the channel Android Gameplay. From the looks of it, it has a pretty good amount of subscribers, 84,000, and a decent amount of videos made. And this would be pretty okay if it weren't for the fact that this person in these videos plays AAA games on their basic Android device. And by AAA games, I mean by Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and even Battlefield 1. That's what this person claims to do on their videos, play these games solely on their Android device, not through streaming or anything else like that. They play games like Battlefield 4 and even Counter-Strike Source. And actually not Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, Half-Life 2, and some of these games are actually able to play on Android, such as Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I have that on my Android device. There's not an App Store port for it or a Play Store port for it. What you can do is download an app from Aptoide and port the PC files over to your Android device, and therefore you can play through that. There's tutorials on how to do so, but we're not going to be looking into that. We're going to be looking into the videos such as Battlefield 3. Even though Battlefield 3 is not the latest game, its graphics are still very advanced, and I doubt you would actually be able to run the game on Android. Another game this person claims to be able to play is Half-Life 2. And actually, as a matter of fact, you can play Half-Life 2 on Android without streaming or anything, and on a non-Tegra device. By that, I mean non-NVIDIA Shield, on a basic Android phone. However, it does not look like that, and as far as I know, you can't play it with a mouse and keyboard. For those of you who want to know how to play Half-Life 2 on Android, I'll have a link in the description below showing you how to play it on an Android device. However, it does need root, or you do need a rooted Android device. But back to this channel. We're going to take a look at one of the videos, and for that one, we're going to take Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Almost all of his earlier videos started up like this. You would see an Android home screen and the game they're playing. And then this would pop up, found a keyboard or a mouse, and they're connecting them. I'm not sure how real this is. I'm not sure if this is a real Android home screen or just some video he photoshopped or animated or something. Then this would happen. It would say Android Gaming and have a keyboard and a mouse. So I skipped ahead to the gameplay, and it actually looks somewhat real. You have your game running here, and your on-screen touch controls. And they actually look like what a game would look like if you were to port it over to Android. However, an Android device has a really tough time running something like Half-Life 2. I know for a fact it would not run like this. I'm also about 90% sure you can't use an external mouse and keyboard to play Half-Life 2 on Android, like this person claims to play. Things get a bit more interesting when you look at their description. Here, of course, they have the basic game, and they pretty much have the title of the video. Then they say, don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and whatever. And then here they say they're playing on their Android device using a wireless mouse and keyboard. And if they're using Bluetooth, then you can do that. Then they say it's not a remote desktop or stream app, and does not require internet connection. They also list their hardware and their external NPC. I'm not sure how real this part actually is. He says that on every video, and sure, that's probably maybe this actually is his Android device, or maybe not. What I'm trying to say is, if you're going to make videos like this, sure, you would say something like this on every video, but I'm not sure how realistic or how real these specs are on his device. And then here, this part kind of tells you it's pretty fake, because he says all games are in beta testing, links will be available when apps and other hardware are 100% stable. It's probably an excuse for not having a download link, because if you scroll down to the comments on these types of videos, you would see a lot of people asking for a download link. And here he lists his other apps that he has created but not published yet. It says game active opacity game buttons, and active game buttons where he's working on and things like that, external hardware. And I'm about 90% sure this is also fake. I'm about 90% sure this whole thing is just completely fake, and maybe it's just done for subscribers. His later videos don't use a screen recorder on Android. They show him using a mouse and keyboard playing the game on Android, which is possible, but the only way I'd see you'd be able to do this is through streaming. It's like using a streaming service such as Steam or Nvidia. Now here's some Grand Theft Auto 5 gameplay, and you can see the mouse and keyboard that he's using. And for the most part, the keys he pressed and the actual footage of the game looks pretty accurate. I mean, it doesn't look like he's just playing a random video and pressing random controls on the keyboard. On his description, he says the exact same thing. He says the name of the video, don't forget to leave a like. He says what game he's playing. Again, a remote desktop. No, it's not a remote desktop or stream app. He also lists the FPS, 1280 by 720 medium low, 25 to 30 FPS, and saying it's playable. He does this on pretty much almost all of his videos. Same exact resolution on medium settings, and usually gets either 30 or 25 to 30. I think it's odd that all of his games run exactly the same. I feel like their graphics and the FPS should vary on between the game. He then lists, of course, the description like he does on all of his videos and apps that he has created but not published yet. To me, this all just feels like it's completely fake, and it feels like he's just streaming it from an external PC to his Android device, connected a Bluetooth keyboard, like it says connect right there, and it's just playing it through that. Which is possible, you can actually do. I'm not sure how well it works, but it's there. Or better yet, this mouse and keyboard are connected to his computer, and he's just looking at the phone screen. But we'll never truly know because his last video was made pretty long ago. As you can see here, it's 8 months ago, and for the most part he released videos around 2017. So I'm assuming he just decided to stop uploading completely. But we'll never truly know. This person never responds to their comments, and I just feel like it's fake because most of these games are pretty much impossible to run on Android. Far Cry 4, there's no way you can run that on Android, and Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Trilogy, I doubt that too. Battlefield 1, same thing with that. Those graphics are pretty advanced even on low settings. An Android would have a really bad time running it, and if not, it won't be able to run it whatsoever. But on the flip side, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does have some external hardware that's able to let him run these games without any heating problems. But if you really look at this channel and look at the details, you'd probably think it's fake, as so did I. Well, that's about it for this video. If you want, you can look at this channel. If you want to see Half-Life 2 on Android, you can look in the video description for that. Well, that's about it, and I will see you in the next one.